Hi everyone, this is Stefano from Aborted, and you listen to Metal Loud.
Thank you for joining us on the podcast, man. How are things in your world?
Oh, pretty good, man. Thank you actually for the great opportunity. It's a pleasure. And yeah, everything's going pretty well. Excited for the release, which is, going to, it's scheduled on Friday. So coming pretty soon.
It's coming close. Absolutely. And it's an amazing album. Once again, I already talked to you guys. I think it was back in 2016 with Retrogore.
Oh, Retrogore. Okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for your words, man.
Well, I heard the first single, and I had to invite you guys over. It's
awesome,
really
man.
good.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool. That's great, man. Thanks. Really. Thanks so much. Thanks a lot.
How did the recording process go this time? It's a strange time we live in. So
it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's a funny question because like, Aborted usually that's how we usually record every album because we, four of us living pretty much scattered across the globe, literally. Canadian living in the U.S., Spain in Belgium. I'm from Italy, so we never really get the chance to work so much together when we write songs. Of course, when it comes to like the recording sessions, we usually book the studio and everyone flies into Germany to Cole's studio. But I mean, like we at the same time we're a little more free in a way. Cam, for example, did drums at a studio. I think it was in San Francisco. Ian recorded guitars at his own studio. I did the same thing. Sven was able to go to a very good recording studio, to London studio. Nearest place in Belgium. So that also gives a little more perspective on how you do things without feeling the urge, the rush to meet the deadline. Of course, there were deadlines this time as well, but maybe the fact that we weren't all together also gives a little more breath to take our time and do things simultaneously. Because of course, when you're in the studio, you can do guitars and bass maybe, when the drums doing, the drummer is doing his own tracks, but you want to be there and trying to, witness as much as possible what's going on. But Cole did an amazing job with the mixing and mastering process, and we gave him so much feedback that it was pretty much like we were there. So he's known us for a while now, for 5+ years. So that was pretty smooth.
Mm-hmm. How does it usually work to start creating a song if you're in different parts of the world? Right. Who starts it? Who does what?
Yeah, of course. For the last two records, Ken kind of took care of the songwriting process because other than being an amazingly, stupidly talented drummer, he's also a very neat guitar player, and he writes pretty much most of the music. I think he wrote like 8 or more songs from television, and he pretty much wrote all of Maniacult. So what happens usually? He sends us like 2-3 riffs. We kind of a structure in mind. So the riffs would also have programmed drums, and we would discuss the song and riffs and go over it, and suggest to each other like ideas. And if we like what he came up with, then he would develop that into a full song, or other times it would just give us like the whole thing. Of course, maybe still at a kind of embryonic like stage, but sometimes it also works so well that we didn't really change too much what he sent us in the first place. So that's what we usually do. And after that, we start writing on working on our own tracks. So Ian takes care of soloing and of course rhythm and guitar. I write bass parts, and of course Sven takes care of the lyrics and the singing like patterns in the song, and that's how magic happens.
You've been in the band since 2016, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Right after Retrobore, yeah.
Right after, right. So you weren't there the last time I spoke to the band?
I think, no, I wasn't there. I joined the band summertime. I think the band was promoting actually Retrobore through a little festival run, and I joined, I think, end of July last 2016. So yeah, just a little over 5 years ago.
How is the ride for you thus far? Do you have the feeling that you can completely express yourself in this band?
Oh yeah. Do they like make me feel at home? Just I know it sounds like a cliche, but it was like that. As soon as I got there, we practiced we just practiced for a day, and after that we had like a 5,000 show, like an open air show in Germany, and I was so freaking nervous. And after the second show that we did together, the guys let me join like officially, permanently the band, and they were always like super supportive, and like if they told me right from the start if I had like any ideas or riffs that I wanted to contribute to the band's writing process, I should have felt free to do that. And so yeah, they did a really great job, like at making me feel like I've known the guys for a while.
We're made to feel very welcome. That's a good thing.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Bass is a very important part of this type of music. I think it's.
Is it?
Yeah. That's what you feel. Yeah.
Let's like let's it's the most important instrument, definitely, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot going on this album, particularly. Yeah, right. I think it's very layered.
Oh, it's correct. That's how I also like to regard Maniacult in terms of harmony, structure, and that kind of stuff. That's the right word that you just use. Layered. There's so much going on, and but at the same time, like I said, with the mixing, Cole did a great job, because you can hear the samples, the synths, of course, like each single part of the drums. Guitars are really like centered, like up front, but without being obnoxiously loud. Mm-hmm. The vocals stand out real well, and there's also a good groovy feel with with the low end, the bass, and I'm really excited with the bass tone that Cole came up with. We worked on that together. It took us like I think a couple of days and a little tweaking here and there, but I'm actually stoked on how the album like sounds overall.
You should be. It's a killer.
Yeah, thanks so much, dude. Yeah, appreciate it.
How would you describe the theming on this particular album, the Maniacult album?
Well, so we, I think Sven came up with the idea of having like the central evil character, evil figure, and we kind of built a concept around that. So you have this Lovecraftian like character whose name, of course, is inspired by characters in one of probably Lovecraft's most famous story, The Call of Cthulhu. And so we wanted to have this crazy guy, believing, like convinced that he could summon the great old ones just to slay the entire planet, but in reality, all it's, everything that you see on the artwork, the whole like ritual imagery, it's just happening inside his head, and it, in a way, it's kind of a metaphor to like what's happening in the world right now. So you have this kind of exaggerated, like informative hysteria, where like people don't even know what to believe anymore, and they just lose like a grip on reality. What's the real thing? Mm-hmm. And that's, I think, even scarier than the like the monsters depicted in the artwork.
Yeah. It's really of this time, I think. It's especially the video with all the fake news in it. I really had to laugh at that.
that was funny, man. Like we all kind of virtually like met together, and we're like, okay, let's come up with the most insane headlines ever. And of course, like some of them are based on true fake stories, like like conspiracy theories that are kind of circulating still today. I'm talking about 5G, like the vaccine-induced 5G thing, or the Flat Earth Society. But I think the best one that we came up with was, I guess, like man walks by microwave, and after vaccine, and it turns the power zone by itself.
I can picture that one.
Oh, dude, yeah. It happened to me when I got the second shot, actually. Yeah. You in the car.
Well, my Wi-Fi just increased, so.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can connect to the internet so better now. Like, everyone should get vaccinated.
Oh, yeah. It does interfere a bit with your television reception, but
it's just still needs a little bit tweaking, but they're working on it, and signal should be better in the future.
Bill Gates is on the case. Yeah. How important is comedy for you?
Dude, it's fundamental. Not just lyrically or thematically, but also in the whole like interpersonal dynamics within the band. We never like to take ourselves too seriously, even though we play really aggressive death metal, lots of blast beat, fast music. But if you ever like came to an Aborted show, it's there's always like room for laughing, and because we all think that the most important thing is having a great time, and we always try to do that. Because of course we're just a bunch of horror movie and video game nerds that like play death metal and happen to play together in a death metal band. So that is all.
You never have to take yourself too seriously. That's
no, and we wouldn't be credible anyway. So
the last time I spoke with the bands, they described music as a musical form of horror films, and I think that's still very fitting.
I agree with that. Yeah, in a way, some of the songs definitely work like they were written as a hypothetical horror movie soundtrack, and I like that you agree with that, and also like one of our approach to songwriting is like I said, we all love 80s horror movies, but also like the contemporary ones. So as far as we can incorporate horror elements, the visual, sonic, like dimensions of the music, we'll always do that. Even, of course, on stage when we perform live, we always have a lot of carefully like thought of stage props, and also like the interludes that we play in between songs during the live set, the intro that we play before we start the show. It's all like I said, really it's planned, and we try to kind of bring the horror experience up on stage as well, and again give the fans a real show, not just a bunch of dudes that just play on stage. And so yeah, it's really a 360-degree kind of performance also.
I'd really love to come see you guys perform this stuff live someday. It sounds amazing on the album. So
where are you based?
I'm based in the southeast of Holland.
Okay, I think we have.
I saw Eindhoven, right?
Yeah. I think we have 2 shows in the Netherlands. I guess not too sure about it, but yeah, it should be. Hopefully you can come to a show, man, and that'd be great. Of course, we can also like meet in person and see how much more stupid we are in person than we sound on, like on an interview.
Oh, well, it's always fun to talk to you guys. How's the year gonna look tour-wise? I saw you were banned in Texas.
Well, that was a joke because, a lot of people actually took that very seriously. In Texas, they just passed the so-called, I think it's called Heartbeat Act, where basically women are not allowed to get an abortion after 6 week pregnancy, which is insane because the pregnancy week count start from the day where where the women got the last period. So anyway, even before they realize they're pregnant, that's already like the 5th or the 6th week indeed. So that's crazy. And we want to let you, joke not at that because that's a very serious issue, but we wanted to see like how the fans would react to that. But I think we gonna do something like more serious about it. We're thinking of some initiative to support actually the women's cause for that, because that's straight up ridiculous, man.
As a Dutch citizen, I didn't hear this part of news, so the joke went straight over my head.
Oh, dude, I just, of course, I have a lot of, American friends, and of course, in the band is 2 Americans, and also I was happening to scroll on the, CNN and other, American newscast, and yeah, I just read the a few articles, and that's crazy, man. So
it does explain a meme I saw today about conception starts at erection.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much the same thing.
But tour.
Where
are you going?
Oh, we're definitely gonna we have the However Europe 4 with the Asian strand that you just mentioned, and the Benighted His Divinity in Flighty Malculy. And I think we're working on some festivals for summer next year, 2022. Maybe try and see if it will be possible for us to go back to North America and the States. That'd be great. So we're gonna try to compensate with the lack of shows for the last couple of years, and stay as busy as possible for next year. For now, we only have to confirm that one tour, but we're definitely working on something else.
And where it comes to the new material, which songs are you looking forward to most to play live?
Personally, I'm dying to play Maniacult. I think that would make for a great opener. I'd love to play like the intro, the album intro, fitting into the song, and have the band start the actual beginning of the song. So that one, but also Drag Me to Hell with with the melodic breakdown in the middle. In I would say also Dementophobia, which we're gonna release pretty soon. It's a 4th and final video clip. So just keep your eyes open for that, because that's gonna be a crazy one.
Cool.
So yeah, there's definitely just 3 songs, but I would also say I'll go with Quagmire too. That's that's also another one I'm kind of looking forward to playing on stage.
Well, those are two of my favorites.
Oh, that's great, man.
The Maniacult one and Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah,
I love those. But also Verbolgen was really cool.
Oh yeah. It's a very like nice atmospheric interlude that kind of gives the listener a little bit of a break in between like the two like sonic assaults at either side.
Can you pronounce that one? Verbolgen?
Verbolgen?
Close enough.
Yeah, man, I'm still working on my Dutch, but I think like staying pretty close with Sven and other guys like from Holland and Belgium that kind of have a little bit. I can also say Godverdomme. I know I pronounced that really bad, but you hear that. And dankjewel.
Yeah, those are good words.
Very, very, very efficient.
I was already wondering if they put the G sounds on purpose in those titles.
Oh, maybe, yeah. So like, let's make it like as hard as possible for everyone to pronounce that. Let's see how many mispronunciation we're gonna get.
Yeah.
But that, and also like the Italian title of I think the last one, Folly of the Gods, and so we try. We always embrace plurilingualism as a band. So
right. Do you have any last words for your fans out there, our listeners?
Oh, of course. Just want to say thank you all for the great, amazing support that we have been getting, not just for the album, but and the course of the band's entire career. It's so crazy to see like there's still so many people that eager to willing to dying to listen to your new music after 25 plus years of death metal. So that's really humbling and means a lot. So thank you guys for the never-ending support. Really means the world to us.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
That was a pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
And we'll see each other on the round.
Oh yeah, man. Hopefully, yeah. Meet you soon, man. You take care.